There are many of you, the things that you are crying for, if God was to give it to you yesterday, it would have killed you today. There are a lot of prayer points that we cry and cry and cry, and it looks like nothing is happening. Yes, because some of the things that you are praying for, if God is to give you right now, you cannot handle it. You don't have the capacity. Number two, you don't have the men around you to sustain you. Listen, do you know that some of the prayers you are praying, there are some friends around you right now that when God is to answer it now, those same friends will kill you and destroy that dream. The Bible said, David, when he had been anointed king the first time, David was anointed king 3 times before he came on the throne. The first time, when he was anointed king, if I were him, I would have been thinking, if God says I'm king, then I'm king. God, make me king, put me on the palace. And then he goes and then he kills Goliath, and he's coming and the women are singing, yeah, David, David, and he's happy, David. He thought the kingdom is his right there. Only for Saul to arise and say, brother, me, my throne, you won't come take it. Now fight, you go fight. From today, anywhere I see you, I'll kill you. The Bible said David had to run into the wilderness. Why is it that God had anointed him king and yet he couldn't sit on the throne? Because there was an appointed time for him to be on the throne. Saul pursued him to the point that Jonathan, his son, went into a covenant with David that I will even give him a royal robe. Take it, become the priest. You are the priest from today. And still Saul went after him to look for his life. But if were you and God told you, I've given you that, you will be crying, hey Lord, and why isn't God giving it to me? God, you said it, so God, you have lied to me. God, you said it, so why hasn't it come? Oh God, you said it, so listen. The fact that God said it doesn't mean it happens instantly. Some of the things that God has said has a time assigned to it. And until that appointed time comes, you will not see it. So when you keep crying and crying and crying, God will be silent because he knows the time he has to give you. So God took David into the wilderness and built up his capacity and raised with him some men that the Bible described and called mighty men of David. And so when Saul and the army will come, these men will go and fight. It came to a point that this man told David, you are too important for us, so do not go out and fight. You stay and we will go and fight for you. Just so the kingdom will be given to him. And in the end, it wasn't just Israel that was given to him, but Israel, and then in those days there was Judah that had been separated. Israel and Judah were all combined and given to David to rule. He built Zion, he built fortified cities, he strengthened himself, he built capacity before he sat on the throne. Some of the prayer points you are praying, God is taking you through a time of toughness, a time of difficulty, a time of training, a time of ruggedness, so that you become well built. And so when that thing is given to you, at that time, you will survive it. David could have been sworn king in any of the villages, but Saul would have killed him because Saul was still on the throne. Samuel the king, even when he was going to Samuel the prophet, when he was going to anoint him, was afraid, so he hid the horn of oil in his clothes, because if Saul or anybody in the city sees the horn, they will know that Samuel is going to anoint the king and they will kill him. Listen, what you are looking for, God has set a time for it.